Alright, so this summer I tried to watch about a movie a day. That didn't really end up working, but I did watch like a lot of movies. So since I'm going to college very soon, I thought I would try and document what they kind of taught me. Maybe you can implement it into your own life. Definitely gonna watch a lot more before I move in, which is in like 8 days. But this is as of August 20th at 1:43 a.m. It taught me discipline. That's the first thing it taught me because it sounds kind of silly to like force yourself to watch movies, but like you have to balance the movies that you're watching with like other tasks you have to do. I'm pretty young, so like doing chores, getting stuff set up for college, and hanging out with your friends. You have to balance those and kind of work out your schedule. And I'm very bad with time management, so it was helpful to learn that. And another thing I learned was that movies seem very similar, like as a medium, but they're entirely different. Um, I feel like when you're younger, you think of like I don't know Toy Story and like Captain America as the same product because you're just going to the movie theater to watch it with your parents or whatever. But I mean, when you really start to watch more, you can see the differences, and it's no different than like a painting. So you might have something like Pablo Picasso and compare it to like I don't know, um, Da Vinci, and you can see how their styles differentiate. They're very different, and the more you watch, the more you can tell that films are also like that. It's like David Lynch is very kind of obscure in the way that he directs and very like surrealist, and then you have someone like Christopher Nolan who is very straight up. He tries to be unique, but sometimes it doesn't work out. I'll say that. Movies taught me lessons, like very specific movies taught me lessons, and I know that's kind of generic and kind of boring, but for the most part, every movie has something that it wants to tell you, something that it wants the audience to take away. So Moonlight, I learned that kind of we're all human at the end of the day. So everyone has different backgrounds. This guy was, from California, dealing with the struggles of poverty and abuse. But the emotions that he felt in that movie are the same emotions that all of us feel. Even though they might not be in the same situation, they're uniquely human, and we can all kind of share that. The Straight Story by David Lynch. Family is very, very important. Um, Essentially, in that movie, he takes a lawnmower to meet his brother, who he hasn't seen in a while because he had a medical incident, I'll say. And along the way, he meets his friends and he builds all these connections with people. But at the end of the day, it's the people that you grow up with that are going to shape you, inform you, and as long as they're not like actively harming you, if it's like a simple argument or something like that, I think it's important to stay in touch and stay in contact with the people that have such a massive impact on who you are as a person. Clerks 2, kind of a funny choice. You can have fun. I mean, you're learning along the way. Obviously, the main guy, Dante, he struggles a lot in that movie. He learns a lot of difficult lessons, but he still has fun. I mean, there's jokes throughout the movie. There's all these different gags. At the end, there's a very funny scene when they're inside the restaurant and they hire this crazy performer. That was very funny, but they still learned something during that, which I thought was important. So have fun. I mean, they're going to tell you to take it seriously, but what's life without fun? The Godfather. Form your own opinion because I thought it was a good movie, but I think people glaze it a little too much. They say it's like the best thing ever. I thought it was really good, but also it's like it didn't really stand out to me. I have a bunch of other movies I watched this summer that were rated higher than that. The Odyssey. Don't get your hopes up because when I heard about, I think they announced Christopher Nolan was making an adaptation of the Odyssey when I was like a sophomore in high school. I was super excited for it, but I mean, the movie was all right, but it wasn't all that I hoped it would be, which is a little disappointing. So don't get your hopes up. Just wait for something to happen, experience it, and then you can form an opinion on it. You can follow your dreams a lot of the time. I mean, you see all these CEOs and actors and directors, and you picture them kind of make them into idols. You turn them into idols because they're so successful and celebrity culture and all that. I mean, people stop celebrities in the street all the time to take pictures with them because they think they're so special, but they're also just they were in your shoes basically 20 years ago. I mean, they might have had different resources, but they had to work their way up to that. Kevin Smith, he sold all his comic books and a lot of his possessions to make Clerks. Curry Barker was just a YouTuber, and he got the funds from a private investor to make an extension of um, Milk and Cereal, but he used those funds to make Obsession instead, and now it's like probably the biggest movie of the year. So yeah, follow your dreams. It's not difficult. You can work your way up. A lot of people start with small budgets, whether they're like directing or you're acting or starting a business or whatever. You start small, work your way up. I mean, baby steps. Everyone knows that. Most people know how to walk. It's exactly like that. Um, Finally, I have 4 favorite movies I saw. Summer were A Clockwork Orange by Stanley Kubrick, Gone Girl, David Fincher, There Will Be Blood, Paul Thomas Anderson, and Pulp Fiction by Quentin Tarantino. That's kind of funny because all those are like iconic directors, but and I know they're classics, but I finally got to watch them and I really enjoyed them. Those are the movies I took the most away from and that I found were the most creative and the most like had me they had me glued to my seat the most. Yeah, watch movies. If you're not into movies, listen to music. If you're not into music, read books. Just like experience the world through other people's perspectives, and I think you'll learn a lot. Yeah, thanks for listening. Uh, Wherever you are in life, I hope this helps you kind of explore your own opinions and your own thoughts. And yeah, stay tuned, guys, because more movies coming soon.